Greetings, everyone. So previously we see that how we install Playwright in our machine, what are the prerequisites, how we install, then we see how a planner works, right, and how generator and healer works. But it's not enough. We get a script, but it's not as for the enterprise level solutions. So we need a framework to work on. So let's check out in this video how we can do that. So for that, let's go back to our favorite VS Code, right, where all the scripts are generated. Now we have to change to agent mode. We have to come out of the Playwright MCP, and this thing can be done with the help of simple agents, right? The what Copilots provide us, right? To do our tricks for, right? So I take the Opus agent model. You can opt anything, whatever you want, right? Let's try with the Opus 4.6, right? And simple write a command like this or like this. So to analysis of my framework and op optimize it as page object model having data from JSON and fixtures and utils and add what is uh, best practice. That's it. Enter. It analyzes your framework and going to optimize it. Right? That simple prompt. Increase it. Okay, that's fine. So now this request go to the LLM, and these are my context. And based upon that, we get a result. Let's see what it analyzes. First of all, it go through each and every section of my framework, what it is. In comment section, we see how we can integrate with GitHub and run our CI there after the framework get um, updated. Let's see. Don't need terminal anymore. So it has the side. It takes some time as this prompt go to the LLM to analyze my framework. This thing can vary based upon the model what you select. Now to analyze my framework, find out the loopholes, frameworks, what may be the possible way to optimize. So it basically had three test scenarios, but it's not using the page model. If you want to have a multi-turn framework, you can prompt that, it can do it for you. But currently we're going for the single turn, only for the UI. You can enhance it whatever the way you want. If you want to use mocking or whatever, right? Microservices, you can integrate here. If you want to integrate other things, DB automations, all things you can do it in a single framework with the help of Copilot, MCP, Playwright MCPs. So the combination of all those things, you can do everything what you want. Now read the context, what we are sending, what is there already in the framework. All these requests are now going to the LLM for the processing. So also read the test plan so that it can analyze what we scroll to the website. So it find the loopholes. You don't have environment files. You don't have anything. Page object or whatever is required is the best architecture. These are the current issues. Hardcode credentials are passed. Duplicate login flows are there. It should be improved. Now you are getting the page object automatically written for you in the best practice way. Yeah. Our pages are start creating. Based upon our review, it will save. So you can update it line by line, what you want, what you don't want. Locators are also now properly arranged, right? Now the pages are getting created. See, whatever the best possible practices. And coming lecture, if you want, just put in the comment that for existing framework, how it can work. So we will check out how the healer can update your current framework and fix allocators after deployment. Whenever the client or your user do the deployment, you face issues. All those things can be handled with the help of AI nowadays. Yeah, everything, whatever you need. Right? If you want to add reporting, it can add that also for you. Yeah, data sets is also now getting generated, the login credentials in the data section. You can also do the context saving so that once you log in for your other test case, it should not log out. It can use that context. So, my different lectures on Playwright, we can add those topics. So you can put a comments, whatever topics in Playwright you want. We can going to add those things in our coming playlist. a separate playlist for a normal playwright automation. This is specific to the now fixtures is also getting generated, all the pages, right? You should be able to keep track of your uses. See, utils, all the files which require to be utils, it is going to the utils now. It also start creating a helper file for you if you want to add any random variables. It can add a figure library is also there, if whatever you want, right? Based upon your architectural design, whatever the things you need. It's quite basic. I'm covering right now, so it depends. Whatever you need, it can do. So AI basically do what you want, right? Yeah, after this page object is created, for example, it doesn't work, so ELA is always there for you. So as you can see, the test case steps are also now getting reduced. Everything is getting merged. See, these hard-coded values are now getting removed. Now it's coming from a data.json, all the checkout data, right? So if you want to say keep, see the number of steps are now get reduced by big margin. Everything is coming from the these hard-coded values also need to be worked on. It's working one by one. It's going to every file and do the updates for you. Hard-code value will be removed. I think checkout section is left. Cart is already updated. Prod page, prod test spec files are now updated. Start working on these files. So whatever we miss in the player at MCP and what you want, you can ask. We are going to add those topics videos in our coming sessions. So I try to cover whatever the most of the industries people face issues to integrate new AI solutions. So we try to add all the things what we can. Now these files have the hard-coded values now getting updated. So based upon your framework, time goes up and down. If the framework is big, so it will take some time, an hour. If you have a very enriched code, try to cover the comprehensive test scenario so that it just meets to the whatever they are in the projects, right? So it updated all the files now, spec files of the checkout too. See, all the hard-coded data is gone now. Uh, and his config, it added the configs. Loud. Now it also integrated the env files, which is very important, right? For CI integration. In coming session, we see how CI works now. So currently, I'm going with the Git actions. If you want, I can add it to the edu. How we can add to the edu now. Packet.json also need update. It doesn't have the git ignore file. It's a very important file if you're using the git. So these files cannot be pushed, right? So it added the git ignore file for you. Now running the test to check how it works. Checked everything. After update the framework, it start working. I see there's one error in this file. I'm going to fix that because you have to run the npm play install. Right. I'm going to check each file one by one to test that all the flows are working well or not. In between, if you want to add a few more updates in the framework, you can add it here. Integrate ls uh, lint for code review. So to integrate the lint also for you. So two types of prompts are going parallel now. The first one, right, it's already going on. And we're also doing the parallel work to integrate the lint. If you want to add a few more things, right, so click on the plus icon, add LU reporting to framework. It will do that also in parallel for you. So three parallel activities are going on right now with the framework. right? Lint is also now integrated, installing a lint for you in this framework. LU reporting also, it is getting integrated in the system. For LU, just mind it, you should need Java in your machine, or you should have Docker Java installed in your framework. All right. Now, as you can see, ESLint is also integrated in the framework, having all the latest things what you need. So now with that enriched framework, if you want to update your test cases, that is also possible. If you need, I can create a video, a separate video for that also. Let's see what happens here. Lint is also there. Okay, it's running all the 33 test cases, means all the browsers. I hope lint is done. Yeah, lint is done. Now LU report, let's check. Cloud. LU is also almost done. Let's see what happens. Still it's running. Showing the graph how much is completed now. This dot indicates out of 33 how much is done. This is a new part of in the framework we added, this dependency that you can see in packet.json. Come back to the packet.json. Here you can see the list part. So with that list, you can get all the dots, right? That when executing, how much is completed, how much is left. So we're almost done. Yes. So all 33 test cases are now updated, tested on all three browsers, and works perfectly fine. Now it's creating a report at what it done, what is before and what is now. Now you have this complete enriched framework is up for you. Sorry. All right. So in next lecture, I'm going to upload this to GitHub public repo where you can use that. Okay. For your study purpose, I think all the best practice is enhanced in this framework. Happy learning. Thank you for watching.